These are some of my psychology tricks that I've learned that are going to help you stop overthinking and start learning to detach from things. When you're in these situations, you're anxious, you're overthinking, you have to stop and start asking yourself, okay, what would I do if I didn't care? What would I be doing right now if I was detached? What would the detached best version of me be doing? And then you have to force yourself to do that. And I know that that's really hard, but you have to fake it. You have to act, and you have to act and act and act until it becomes your default, and force yourself, because it's a decision to be secure. And you have to tell yourself, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm not going to let myself think this way, and force yourself until it becomes natural. The brain is neuroplastic and it will change. There's a mechanism that exists in the brain called sensory gating. The brain's ability to filter out what it doesn't need, what's useless to it. And besides the fact that human beings are just very egocentric, we can only see things from our perspective. We're very concerned about ourselves. Other people are not sitting there thinking about your embarrassing moment, about that weird thing that you said or you did, because they literally can't. Their brain eventually will filter it out. If you ever start comparing yourself to someone else, ask yourself, if this person and I were to throw all of our problems, life experiences, good, bad, ugly, everything, out onto a table and you could see all of it, would you really trade lives with them? No. You're comparing yourself to an idealized version of them you've created in your head. It's not real. Ask yourself, am I spiraling or am I solving? When you're talking about your problems and your emotions, 90% of the time, it needs to be in a solution-oriented way. Otherwise, you just end up overthinking yourself into a spiral and you're not actually achieving anything or getting anywhere. Energy flows where attention goes. So if all of your attention is on how horrible and awful and difficult this thing is, that's what's gonna grow. You have a very strong threat detector in your brain, and this is because when we were cavemen, like hunting and foraging for food, if you saw an apple in the forest for you to eat, because you're trying to feed yourself, but then a saber-toothed tiger came in, your brain is gonna be way more focused on the saber-toothed tiger every single time because it's a threat. And so you're trying to protect yourself. Your survival is gonna be much more important than what's feeding you. And so you have to recognize that pattern when you get into situations like, I'm focusing so much more on the tiger and on the thing that I think is like hurting me or threatening me than what could be feeding me out of the situation. And you have to force yourself and force your brain to start thinking differently and ask yourself, what is feeding me? Like, what am I getting out of this? Because there has to be something. And maybe it's a lesson. Maybe it's, oh, I'm going to get so much more attractive after this. Or maybe this is forcing me to become more secure in myself. Maybe this is forcing me to become better with rejection. But figure out what is feeding you and dissect that instead. It's a puzzle, not a problem. There are so many things that you have control over in this life, but everything going according to plan A is not one of them. And I don't know if you've noticed, but life is rarely gonna go the way that you think it's going to. And so it's really all about how you learn to deal with plan B. And that is really hard, but you can do hard things.
Look at what time it is. I haven't gotten out of bed this entire day. Well, actually, that's a lie. I was in bed until like 1:30, and then I decided to like make some food, and then I took a shower and stuff. But yeah, yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, tomorrow I'm going to be so productive. I was like bragging too. I was saying to my friends, like, you will never see somebody as locked in as I'm going to be tomorrow. And then I got up at like 9 a.m. and stayed in bed for 4.5 hours. Yeah. The reason I was in bed for so long is because I first was editing a video, and then I decided to redo my entire Instagram feed. So yeah, I did that, and then suddenly it was 1:30. And like, was that a good use of my time? Probably not. But like, hey, at least my Instagram feed looks like kind of better. Anyways, I'm not actually a complete and total failure because last night I was looking at French memes because I'm in French class and I'm trying to learn French. And like, I could understand the memes high key. And I have a group assignment that's due in like 2 days. I just decided to finish it all last night by myself. Well, like, I didn't do the entire thing by myself, but we had like 20% left, so I just finished it. Okay, so I'm not done the hair quite yet, but I'm gonna do my makeup before I like finish the rest of it. Next order of business though, I need to know if this top looks stupid. I like never wear bright colors because I don't think it looks good on me most of the time, but I like this color. And I have like a bit of a tan right now, so I feel like I pull it off, but like, I don't know. You guys need to be brutally honest with me. Like, I'm being so for real. If everyone tells me like, oh no, girl, you look good, and then I look back on this video in a month from now and I'm like, that color looks horrible on me, I'm gonna personally go through every comment from people that said it looks good and I'm gonna block them. So if it looks bad, tell me, because I can't be embarrassing myself. Anyways, I'm mixing my Halo Glow with my Huda Beauty foundation. This is like the one time that my foundation will like kind of match my body. Dude, my lips look so dry right now. This is like such a problem. I don't know why. I have like the driest lips in the world. Like, you have no idea how many times I apply chapstick throughout the day. I just put on the Laneige sleeping mask. It's supposed to be like what you wear when you sleep so that your lips aren't chapped. But like, sometimes if I'm doing my makeup and my lips are super chapped, then I'll just put it on before I do my lip product because it kind of acts as like a rescue. Oh my gosh, wait, should I do this blush that like matches my top? I haven't done this one in so long. I feel like this is like a good summer blush. But I don't know, one time I wore it in a video and somebody told me that it looks really bad on me, so I should never wear it again. Okay, I just added some curl to my hair off camera. Okay, we're just ending with Benetint because I feel like a darker lip is like going with my look today. And then I love to pair the Benetint with this NARS lip balm. Hello? Why is my hair not cooperating? I swear my hair is like actually my biggest enemy. It doesn't do what I want it to do like half of the time. Okay, that is all. Bye guys.
So guys, get ready with me, but I need y'all's advice on if I'm being too harsh or not. Okay, so I have a little sister, right? She's 5. She's also the youngest child. Keep that in mind. Okay, so we went to Ulta today, right? And I got her these 2 little Hello Kitty face masks. But she was being not necessarily bad in the store, but she just wasn't really listening like she knows how. But whatever, I had promised her I was gonna get her something, so I ended up getting them for her. Okay, so today, like, I pay her thing, whatever. We get to the front door. She has had an attitude all day, but like, when does she not? So we get to the front door, right? She opens the front door and starts running out into the street, like almost the street. And my mom yells at her. My mom was like, well, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like, if your butt hits that street, I'm gonna. Not my mom doesn't beat us, but like, you know how moms talk. So whatever, the street's right here. My sister's foot is right here waiting for my mom to hold her hand so then she could go down. Like, you could tell, like, she was just being a brat. Then so she's holding my mom's hand, but she's like dragging it, like just being bad, like for no reason, whatever. And my mom's like, get your ass up, get up, get up. Then her legs go weak. She's laying in the street. So then I go over and I take the Ulta bag from her hand because she thinks she's all cool because she has an Ulta bag. So I take it from her and I was like, I'm gonna go give these to a little girl. I'm gonna go give these to somebody else, somebody that will want them, right? And then she starts screaming. She somehow gets away from my mom. She starts running off and my mom's yelling at her, get your ass over here, like blah blah blah, you know, like whatever. This little girl continues to run and I'm like, whenever she does stuff like this, like it literally blows my mind because if I would have done something like that, like it would have, like, no, like I don't see how my parents have changed that much, like, you know. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I bought these and I don't want her to have them. I want to go give them to another little girl and I want her to see me do it. If anything, I want her to give it to the little girl. Tell her I was being bad, I wasn't listening, here's this, you know. Like I feel like she needs to visually learn that. And my mom's like, no, Lex, like that's too mean, like whatever, like she's only 5, which yes, she's little, but she should know, and she does know not to run in the freaking street. But she did that because she knows she doesn't have an actual consequence, you know. And my mom's just like, Lex, like that's just not right, like that's just mean. You can take them away from her, you don't have to give them to her, but I'm not gonna make her watch you give them to another little girl, which is so hypocritical because I like vividly remember I didn't like this toy that my parents gave me and I threw a major fit, like an absolute brat fit, right? And my parents like lectured me about how like they were like, kids in Africa over here, they want toys like this, they would kill to have toys like this, and you're over here like whatever, right? You know, did you get that talk too? My mom got the same talk from her mom whenever she was little about food. Her and her brother threw away food and my grandma made them sit down and watch kids in Indonesia, like those commercials, you know, the entire day, made them sit in front of the TV and watch that. So I feel like my mom should understand. And my mom just thinks that's too harsh, that she's just too young, that she needs to, like, she doesn't know, like she's not gonna learn from. And I'm like, she's not gonna learn from us yelling at her. Clearly she doesn't learn from it. Like she's proven time and time again she does not care. Like my sister does not care. Like you could scream at her and she'll like she's a brat. Like, also I got a new Charlotte Tilbury concealer. Anywho, I'm like, she literally like needs to see this because she's not learning anything. Like, oh my gosh. Anywho, and my mom just thinks it's too cruel, so I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna give them to my boyfriend's they're his cousins, but they live with him, so I'm just gonna give them to them because they would actually like appreciate it. Like they would be like so thankful, you know. Like they would think it's the nicest thing ever. Like they're so sweet, you know, like they're thankful. Like she doesn't listen, y'all. Is that too harsh? Because yes, she's 5, but oh my gosh. The main thing is just like running in the street. Like she knows not to do that. And like she doesn't have fucking consequences. Like other than getting yelled at, but that literally she's immune to that. Like she does not care. Like she's the most unbothered person ever. And I'm not saying she's like bad, because like there's days where she's like super angel, but oh my gosh, like when she's not, she's not.
I'm gonna be sharing my everyday jewelry with you guys because I get questions about my jewelry almost every single day, and you guys know that we don't gatekeep over here. Most of my jewelry is from Shein, so I'll give you guys the code. And first are my favorite earrings ever. These are from Benny Beauty. Unfortunately, they're no longer available on the website. I still wanted to put you guys on to Benny Beauty because their stuff are such good quality, but they're really affordable. Okay, next is my arm cuff. I just got this recently. This is from Shein. Next is this bangle, also from Shein. Next thing is this watch. This was like €7, which is the pricier side for Shein, but I will say it was too big. A lot of the reviews were saying it's too big, so I got my dad to fix it. Next is this Cartier bangle. This one my mom got from Turkey, but again, there's probably similar ones on Amazon. This is what I get most of my questions about, is my rings. All of these rings are from Shein, and I've had these two rings for almost a year now, and they haven't tarnished. But the original place that I got these from, they don't sell them anymore, which is such a bummer. And every time I find someone who sells similar rings on Shein, they always stop selling them. But don't worry guys, I'll try and find more similar ones for you guys. This one as well, this is thankfully still available on Shein. I think it's so cute and dainty. And last but not least is my favorite bracelet. This is from Swarovski. I never take this off, but I just took it off for the purpose of this video. Okay, I just got my mom to put this on. Also asked her to put on this hand chain for me. This is from Shein. This is what she looks like, super cute. This unfortunately does tarnish, but it was like on the cheaper side, so hopefully I can find like the codes for everything. But if I don't, maybe I'll try and like insert a picture or like the name or something like that. Anyways, I really hope this video helped, and I love you guys so much.